right, whenever you're ready.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Shreya, and our claim is that the use of animal testing should be prohibited in the United States. So I'm the first affirmative speaker. So just a little bit of background about animal testing. So every year, over 100 million animals are burnt, crippled, poisoned, and abused in U.S. labs. So you may be wondering, how exactly are animals used for research? Well, according to the Humane Society International, the infliction of burns and other wounds are used to study the healing process, and the infliction of pain is to study the effects and remedies, just to name a few ways that animals are used and abused. They're commonly subjected to force feeding, forced inhalation, food and water deprivation, and prolonged periods of physical restraint. So our significance claim as affirmative is that the use of animal testing should be prohibited in the United States. And then our inherency claim is that most experimental drugs that are tested as safe and effective in animals prove to be harmful and fail in humans. And our solvency claim is that new technology will eliminate animal testing and will overall deliver more cost-effective and accurate results. So going back to our first significant claim, the use of animal testing should be prohibited in the United States. Our subclaims are: 1, animal testing is cruel and unnecessary. 2, animal testing is ineffective because the effects the products have on animals do not affect humans the same way. And 3, animal testing wastes time and money. So our first subclaim was that animal testing is cruel and unnecessary. Many people think animal testing is just done on rodents, and who cares about rodents, right? However, the U.S. Department of Agriculture reported in 2010 that 97,123 animals suffered pain during experiments while being given no anesthesia for relief, including 1,395 primates, 5,996 rabbits, 33,652 guinea pigs, and 48,015 hamsters. PETA states, the law allows animals to be burned, shocked, poisoned, isolated, starved, and brain damaged because the AWA specifically excludes rats, mice, birds, and cold-blooded animals. More than 95% of the animals used in laboratories are not even covered by the minimum protection by federal laws. Because they aren't protected, experimenters don't even have to provide them with pain relief. So there's a test called the Dre's eye test, and it's used by cosmetic companies to evaluate irritation by shampoos and other products involving rabbits, and it involves rabbits being incapacitated in stocks with their eyelids held open by clips, sometimes for multiple days, so they cannot blink away the products being tested. Our next subclaim was that animal testing is ineffective because the effects the products have on animals do not affect humans the same way. So according to a study done by Cruelty Free International, an analysis of over 100 mouse cell types found that only 50% of the DNA responsible for regulating genes in mice could be matched with human DNA. And our last claim was that animal testing wastes time and money. So a 2-species lifetime cancer study can cost from $2 million to $4 million. And the U.S. National Institute of Health spends $14 billion of its $31 billion annual budget onto animal research. This proves that there are much more effective ways to use that money that currently goes towards animal testing. The U.S. drug industry invests $50 billion per year in research, but approval rate of new drugs is the same as it was 50 years ago. This proves that for the money inputted into animal research, it is useless because new advancements are not being made at the rate of which money is being spent. Moving on to our inherency claim, most experimental drugs that are tested as safe and effective in animals prove to be harmful and fail in humans. So if you have pets, you might be aware that there are some foods your pets cannot eat. For example, chocolates, grapes, raisins, avocados, and macadamia nuts are harmless in people, but toxic to dogs. Similarly, aspirin is toxic to many animals, including cats, mice, and rats, and they would not be on our pharmacy shelves if it had been tested according to current animal testing standards. So this leads us to our solvency claim that new technology will eliminate animal testing and will overall deliver a more cost-effective and more accurate results. Bioengineering PhD student Alan Faulkner-Jones began pioneering the use of 3D printing to replace medical and animal testing. This is just one of many technologies that are available in today's society that could be replaced by animal testing. So our plan of action as affirmative, we want to prohibit animal testing for research in the United States and replace it with technology.